Sangha session. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name given by Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic question. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. The devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. So once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Next part is the Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all are joining the call today?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Gauranga, and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna Yashumati Priya Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjari Leela Devi Dasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Manjari Leela Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Aditi Devi Dasi in Edmonton.
Hare Krishna Aditi Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah.
Hare Krishna Anita Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from
Hare Krishna Andalika Karuna Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, is there anyone who would like to introduce in the call today?
Dandavat pranams to all the assembled devotees. Jai Shri Krishna. I just wanted to say thank you for such a wonderful Sangha. I've been really enjoying this every morning. Hare Krishna. Thank you for your association. Oh,
Hare
I'm sorry.
Krishna,
My name is Baba Mahi Devi Dasi. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Bhava Mai Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. We look forward for your association every day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Devi Dasi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances unto you and all of the devotees here. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Ekaradika Leela Devi Dasi from Iowa.
Hare Krishna Ekaradika Leela Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Danvatvanam Bhagavati Vasudha Devi Mataji. I'm Kashish from India. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna. Okay, I welcome all of you once again. Thank you everyone for joining today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today we are really fortunate to have His Grace Vrindavan Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 7.4.3 to 4. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to hand over the call to Tiffany Mataji for the brief introduction. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories, all glories, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. So this morning we have the pleasure of having His Grace Vrindavan Prabhuji as our speaker. He is a he is a postgraduate of Commerce and Business Management in India. He gave up his high-paying job to serve humanity. In his youth, he served in RSS and Vishwa Hindu parish by opening a school for the blind, an orphanage and hospitals. He came in contact with ISKCON in 1974, and understanding that spreading the true message of Bhagavad Gita is the highest welfare activity, he joined as a full-time preacher in 1985. For over 30 years, he has done many valuable services, including temple president, traveling Sankirtan party leader, head pujari, temple commander, brahmachari training program leader, congregational preaching leader, padayatra coordinator, spiritual mentor, accountant, etc. He is a senior disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, and under his guidance, he has opened many preaching centers in ISKCON and developed them into successful congregational preaching centers. He is also well known for his 7-day Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam courses, which have been attended by thousands of people. Many brahmacharis and families have joined Krishna consciousness in ISKCON through his preaching. At present, he stays with his family in Pune, India, and he travels all over India, America, and Europe for preaching the message of Bhagavad Gita. And it's so lovely to have him with us today and take his association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you Mataji for that brief introduction. Looks like Prabhuji has not yet joined. Someone would like to introduce themselves?
This is Sukhagar Krishnadas from Chennai, and I'm happy
Hare
to have
Krishna.
it with you, all of you. Bhakti Sangha, thank you, Bhagavati Mataji, and all Mr. Prabhupada, and all glories to all the Bhakti Sangha devotees. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much Prabhuji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Valli from Naperville, Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Valli Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vinita Mataji, would you like to contact Prabhuji?
Sorry, Mataji, I don't have contact. Shamagauri Mataji's only have it. She's not there in the call.
Okay, Mataji.
We can wait. Somebody can sing bhajan. We have Sukaka Krishna Prabhu, right? Why worry? Prabhu sing song. Hey, Prabhuji is having lost connection or what? Yeah, he's there.
Looks like
Yeah.
yes.
So, Kaka Krishna Prabhu, can you sing some bhajan? Can you hear my voice, Mataji?
We can hear
Yes, we can. We can hear your voice.
Yes,
There's
Mataji.
Prabhu. There he is.
Vrindavan Prabhu joined?
Yes, yes, join.
Yeah, he's joining. Okay, okay, perfect.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much Prabhuji for your valuable time and association in this Bhakti Sangha conference call. We just had your introduction Prabhuji. I hand over the call to you. Hare Krishna. Take over.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I was trying to get I was a little late. I mean, I'm trying to
Prabhuji,
adjust.
you're on.
I just got the link from Mataji. She forgot to send it.
Yes,
Okay,
it's
we'll
correct.
do Kirtan for a couple of minutes and then I will get the verse. Jaya Radha Madhava Vrinda Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Randana Yamuna Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Vrinda Vihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Ita Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Ita Gaura Hari Bol हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय अंतराज भागवतम की जय. What happened? Light gone? Oh God. Ask if they can hear you. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I lost electricity. This is India, so I have no enough light here. So what I will do with my phone? Need the water. Okay, came back. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 4. Hiranyakashipu terrorizes the universe. Oh, good. So we're reading the verse, text 3, and it has no purport. So we'll go to 4 and we'll read the purport. Tato jagam bhagavan amoganu groho vibhu pujito suravaryena stuyamanaha prajeshware. Then Lord Brahma, who awards infallible benedictions, departed, being worshipped by the best of the demons, Hiranyakashipu, and being praised by the great sages and saintly persons. Text number 4. Evam labdhavaro daityo vibhradde mamayam vapuhu bhagavatya dvesham pratur vardhamanusmaram. The demon Hiranyakashipu, having thus been blessed by Lord Brahma and having acquired a lustrous golden body, continue to remember the death of his brother, and therefore be envious of Lord Vishnu. Purport. A demoniac person, in spite of acquiring all the opulences possible to obtain in this universe, continues to be envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Om Adnyanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Thank you all Vaishnavas for giving me this opportunity again to serve all of you, even though we are 10,000 miles away. But the mercy of Lord's material energy, we can still reach you all around the globe. So thank you all for giving this opportunity. So today's verse is even though it is a very short purport, but it is very meaningful purport. As Brahma gave the benediction to Hiranyakashipu, and Hiranyakashipu got all these opulences. In fact, whatever he wanted from Lord Brahma, and in fact, as I think I talked about it in the last lecture, Hiranyakashipu was trying to cheat Krishna, Brahma, but in the process he was cheating himself because he asked for the boon that please make me immortal. And Brahma says that is not possible. So he started asking, okay, do me this, doing this, doing that. So he got all the powers, whatever he wanted. And he thought now he has become immortal. But he didn't know Krishna's supremacy or what Krishna can do. If you try to cheat Krishna, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Chalayam, who tries to cheat me, I cheat him the same way. So you can see the war of Mahabharata, how all the Kauravas cheated Pandava, but Krishna, in the time of war, he cheated all the Kauravas and took the side of Pandavas, so that the people, those who are practicing dharma, they become victorious. So that is how Krishna works. Krishna, because he propagates dharma, he established dharma, and he protects dharma. So therefore, but we see here, there are two personalities involved in this scenario, that is Hiranyakashipu. And why he is envious is because his brother Hiranyaksha was killed by Varaha. So he thought the Varaha, means Vishnu, is the killer of my brother. Now, he saw that Vishnu is the killer of my brother, but he didn't see the purpose he killed him. He just took the material. He is my relative. He is my brother. So I have to take revenge. So this is a material conception. So Hiranyakashipu was killed because, he was terrorizing the whole universe. And he terrorizes so much that he took the whole earth and he went into the ocean. Ashirodakshai, and then Krishna, Vishnu has to take a form of a boar, and on his tusk has to bring up the earth planet on top of it again and place it in proper place. Now, when this doing, if he had given that earth planet, Krishna would not have killed Hiranyaksha. But Hiranyaksha, he took his club, and he started fighting with Vishnu, Varaha. And then Varaha has to kill him to protect the dharma and protect the people, protect the earth, So therefore, Hiranyakashipu, he says that. And now we see the amazing part of it is Hiranyakashipu is preaching the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, but which is half. Now, what is he preaching to his the wives of Hiranyaksha? He is preaching that soul is eternal, and the great warriors, when they die for some purpose, they are eternal, and the soul is eternal. We should not lament for the body. Now, this is the basic philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. But that is why those who know that I am not this body doesn't mean they are spiritual. Many people, especially in Kali Yuga, so many institutions are preaching that you are not this body. It doesn't mean that they know all the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. And what they say is, yes, you are not this body, you are not born and you are not dying. And no, but you are eternal. But that is not the only philosophy. So even Hiranyakashipu knows that. Even Ravana, who knows the 4 Vedas, he also knows that. So why do they become envious of Krishna? Because they don't know the other part of the philosophy, other part of Bhagavad Gita, or other part of the Shastras. So Shastras, when we use for only our purpose, and then it is demoniac. So Hiranyakashipu is using that, his philosophy, is preaching to the wives of Hiranyaksha that you should not lament. So the same person, you see, he gets the so many benedictions from Brahma, and then he is becoming, envious of Vishnu because he killed Hiranyakashipu's brother. Now the interesting part, you see, there is the same people, the same Hiranyaksha it's coming as Ravana in Ramayana. Now here we see the different scenario that the Ravana was a demon. He stole the Sita of Ram and brought him to Lanka and kept in his custody for many days. Then Hanuman has to come and rescue her. So at that point, you see, his brother Bibhishana he is advising him. So don't do this. Ram is the supreme personality of Godhead. Ram is the supreme personality of Godhead. But because Ravana was covered by lust, he could not get that knowledge. He could not get that knowledge. So here, Hiranyakashipu is covered with anger, and Ravana was covered with lust to enjoy Sita. So you see, that's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Trividam narke dasya dvaram nashanam atmanam kamas krodhas tata lobhas. These 3, kama, krodha, tatha, lobhas, tasmad etab trayam tyajet. So we should try to completely annihilate kama, the lust, krodha, the anger, kama, krodha, tatha, lobha, the greed. And these 3, the greed was Hiranyaksha. Now he wanted to enjoy the whole earth planet. So that was his greed. Now Hiranyakashipu has the same greed, but that is not his main point. So greed is on the side. So he got all the possession. Now he is the controller of even the demigods. He started terrorizing the whole universe. That was his power. That he got it from Brahma, the greed. But when the greed was satisfied, then he was the anger. His anger was overlapping everything he was doing. Now, so Ravana, he got the opulence. Sita is the opulence. She is the Lakshmi, and even she had a Sita. Ravana had a Sita in Sri Lanka, but he could not enjoy, and therefore he was frustrated. So that's what happened with many people. You have the things, but you cannot enjoy. And that's the frustration. And many people don't have the things, so they are frustrated. So ultimately, whether you have the thing, you don't have the thing, material word is meant for frustration. Now here is the difference between Sura and Asura. Now who are the Asura And who are the Sura? Sura means like a, in a music, everything goes in like a symphony is there, and all the musicians they are performing, and whatever instrument is given to us, it is all towards the, the center is a singer, and they go along with the singer, and everyone is playing their part in the music. So it is called in one Sura, in like a one symphony, or in like a one like a, it sounds so nice. So those suras, like I have one relative is is a singer, and so even before the show they go for practice. Why they go for practice? So that they know the other accompanying instruments, and they try to figure out which song they're going to sing, and who is playing when, and everything is so synchronized, everything is so balanced. So when they go on the stage, all the songs you can see, sometimes sometimes they show the original songs of the film behind, and that person, without looking at that scene, they are singing. So they are so tuned into it. So there is not a single complication, or not a single distraction. So everything is tuned. So Sura, they are tuned to the words of God. They are tuned perfectly, music playing their part according to the wishes of the Lord. So they are called Sura. So a Sura, just imagine in the same kind of a orchestra, even if like one instrument is completely different than the other instruments, the whole show is finished. The whole show completely become ruined. What to speak of all the instruments are playing the way they want, and the singer is singing in one song, and all the players are one violin is playing some way, all the tablas are playing in one way, and harmony is playing in one way, and guitar is playing in one way, and singer is trying to figure out, who I should follow. So it's all confusion. So that is called a Sura. So this is a Sura, means they are not properly tuned to the words of God. They are not properly tuned with the principles of Dharma. So this is Sura, means one who is completely tuned with the Vani, with the tune of the God, with the words of the God. And Asuras are like a distracted, orchestra. All the musicians, they are doing whatever they want. So that is called Asura. Their sur, even though it seems like they are expertly playing their part, but unfortunately, they are not together. So that is Asura. Individually, if you see, they are expert. Like, they have got so many powers, they got so many knowledge, they have got so much of intelligence, but they are not tuned with the Lord's dharma. They are not tuned with the Lord's desire. So this is what is happening with with Bibhishana and Ravana. Ravana is playing against the tune, against the desire of Ram. And Bibhishana, even though staying in the same house, even though he is away from the Ram, but still he is completely tuned. His Sura is completely tuned with Ram. So here, in this case, Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj, you see, in the same house, in the same house. So it is said that, in Satya Yuga, the demons are on different planets. In Treta Yuga, they are in different continents. And the Apar Yuga, they're kind of sometimes they come in one house. And in Kali Yuga, they're in one heart. We have both Sura, Asura tendency. Sometimes with Sura, sometimes with Asura. So these tendencies float in our heart and float in our mind, and we have to adjust accordingly. When we start give us Asura, we come to know that, I am Asura now. I have to immediately turn to Sura. You have to completely tune ourselves to Krishna, So this in one house, you can see now Hiranyakashipu, now he became the conqueror of the whole universe, and even Brahma and all the demigods, they started completely, they become very, very afraid of Hiranyakashipu, and they started trembling in front of him. It is said that just by his moving his eyebrows, he used to control all the devatas. So that's how Hiranyakashipu became so powerful. Now, Hiranyakashipu, he attained this all powers. I went to the forest, and thousands of years he practiced the yoga system, and he did all kinds of austerities, standing on one toe, raising his hands toward the sky, to the extent that his complete body was eaten by ants. And he acquired so much power. He pleased Brahma, and he got so much power. Now he's controlling the whole universe, including all the devatas. Now, because he is a demon, he wants to use that power to his desire, to fulfill his desire. So Krishna grants you all the opulence for his service. And when we try to use that opulence for our own sense gratification, that is Hiranyakashipu, or that is Ravana, or that is Kamsa. So that is what happens. That is the only difference between devotee and demons, simply the desire. No, devotees, they are suras, they want to work out everything, whatever, whether they get everything or doesn't get anything, with the tune or in tune with Krishna. But the demons, even if they get everything, they try to use it against Krishna for their sense gratification. And why they hate Krishna? Because Krishna comes they think that Krishna has come in their way of sense gratification. And that is exactly what happens with the worshippers of demigod. So you can see most people, they become agnostic, or most people, those who become atheist. Why they become atheist or agonist? Because they think God is order supplier. He should do whatever I want. If he don't do whatever I want, that means, he's not God. He's not God. And when he does everything, he tried to use that for his sense gratification. And therefore, he don't become surrendered to the Lord. So either way, whether he gets everything, he's enjoying for himself. If he don't get anything, he becomes envious. He becomes angry on God. And that is what happens. All these agnostic people, they will tell you why they become atheist. Because he said, where is God? I had so many problems in my life. I lost my wife, I lost my husband, I had a car accident. I used to go every day to the temple. I used to chant mantras. I used to give charity. I believed in God. Then if God is there, he should be good. Why so many bad things are happening in my life? Why my life is ruined? So many bad things happening in this world. So they start blaming God. So that is a demon, because they think God is an order supplier. And they think that God is doing bad for them. So if you are looking for God, the devotee looks for good things with God. And he understands the bad things happening to us is the effect of this material nature. It is not that God wants to do that with us. It is the effect of this material nature, which Krishna has already told, Dukkhalema Shashvatam, Anityam Asukam. It is a place of misery. If you expect any kind of happiness in this world, it is our foolishness. When the miseries come, then we blame God. Now Krishna is already saying that it is a place of misery. No, and then even if you have sukha, even if you have some happiness, that is also temporary. That is also temporary. So sometimes you get this happiness and you become happy. Then again, that doesn't satisfy you all the time. You see, in this world, you are not satisfied with only one thing. You want to change the thing. So that because your body is changing, your desires are changing. Your desires are changing, your habits are changing. Habits are changing, your liking are changing. So many changes are there. So just accept the first part. So all the entanglement in future life is completely, you become free. So what is the first part? Our body is changing. So find out why body is changing and what is eternal. So these demons, like demon-minded people, are with the changes of the body. They like the activities to perform, because every time the body is changing, so their desires are changing. and their enjoyment is changing, and they expect God to fulfill all their desires all the time. They don't even want to die. They want to, just like Hiranyakashipu, he don't want to die. He want to enjoy eternally. So there is a process to understand how to enjoy eternally. No, everybody has a desire to enjoy eternally, but one is on the bodily platform and one is on the spiritual platform. So one who is on the spiritual platform, even though he is living in a temporary world, he can enjoy eternally using everything in the service of Krishna. But other person, those who are not in devotional service, you can see their everything is changing, the habits and likings and everything. So they get entangled into the laws of karma. So that is the basic difference. So the difference between devotee and demon is never satisfied. Devotee, no matter, even if God is doing everything against their desire, even if complete whole life is ruined, still they will not blame Krishna. They will not blame God. Just like you can see Kunti, how much all the Pandavas, how many difficulties they had in their life. And Krishna was with them. Krishna was with them all the time. Still they had all the problems. Still so many difficulties. They got cheated. They got, they're sent, to forest for 14 years for, incognito. So just imagine how much trouble Pandavas, and they're not only that, Kunti is the aunt of Krishna. So why she should be troubled so much? So that we can learn. We can learn. This material world is staying in the association of Kauravas. So Krishna is with us, guiding. So the problems will not stop, but how to get up those problems is Krishna is guiding. Because this is material nature. The material nature is, whether we are devotee or non-devotee, doesn't matter. Material natures means miseries. Material natures means temporary. Material natures means difficulties. Material natures means stress. This is not going to stop, no matter whether you are devotee or non-devotee. Even if you are non-devotee, you become envious. You try to find out the ways. You try to find out the, temporary ways to become happy, and in the whole process, the whole life is lost. But the devotee, he also accepts this. He accepts this. And that is what we see. There is a beautiful verse in Bhagavatam. That's what is that? Tattenu kampam susimukshimano bunjana evatma krutam vipakam Rud Vag Vapubhir Viditam Namaste Jivet Yo Mukti Pade Sadayavak. So Mukti Pade, that means he is completely, he is rightful. He is completely, he is on a liberated platform. Why? Tattenu Kampam, what is his prayer? My Lord, one who, eagerly wait for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, words, body, and it's surely eligible for liberation. So now patiently waiting for the suffering. Now who can do that? Who can do that? Only when you have understanding that you are just accepting, you are just, seeing the other face of this world, which is explained in Bhagavad Gita. That's what this material world is. Dukhalem ashashvatam, anityam asukham. So these are the 4 things Krishna will show you in your life. And in this world, there is no one who is happy. Everybody is miserable. You accept it or not. Everybody is miserable. Sometimes own inflicted miseries by unlimited desires, or sometimes the misery is coming from our choice, misery coming from our karma. No matter what, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Gahana Karmano Gati. So don't blame anybody else for whatever bad things happening in our life. With the help of Krishna, try to get out of this situation. That means come out of the situation, and then you will see how we're entangled into that problems. So Krishna takes you out of that situation and shows you, because of your desire, you are entangled in this problem. Otherwise, there is no problem. I am always your caretaker. I am always care for you. I'm always telling you, don't get entangled to this world. And because you are trying to become my devotee, I'm showing you the nature of this world. So don't get afraid, don't get scared, just tolerate. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Matra sparshyastu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkhada agima painu nityatam titikshasva bharata. So in this material world, that's what Krishna is saying. Matra sparshyastu, matra means matter. Whenever you touch any matter, sukha, dukkha, all the dualities will come. Anything you do with this body, that is matter. Do anything you do in this world. Ultimately, if you get sukha, dukkha is following. If you get insult, honor is following. If you get day, night is following. So these are called dualities of the material world. So the devotees, they don't get bewildered with the dualities because they are fixed in eternal life. They are fixed with the service with the Lord. So the service with Krishna. And therefore, they don't get distracted and they don't get much affected. Much affected with the changes happening in their life. Because they know this is going to change, whether I like it or not. I'm going to get old, I'm going to die, I'm going to get deceased. I know I'm going to be beaten, I'm going to be insulted. That already you have to be ready for that. That is the part of this world. So many people, they do good, but they are criticized for doing, for even though they are doing good for the whole people. So that is nature of this world. So if we are situated in eternal platform, then what happens is, this is what is explained here. And this is the word from Brahma. He's praying to Lord Krishna. Tattenu kampam susimukshimano bhunjana evatma krutam vipakam. That means my reactions of my karma are now fructified. And therefore, I get, actually Krishna is blessing me. And therefore, what I'm doing, he's engaging more in Krishna's service. He's thinking that Krishna is, he's so happy. He's showing me the reality of this world. Any miserable thing happen in your life, it is the reality Krishna is throwing in front of our face, that this is real world. Don't get attached to this world. Don't get attracted to this world. No matter, you may get little enjoyment, but ultimately frustration will 100% come. And you can see, you don't have to waste your whole life to think, understand all these things. In fact, we can see our life and we can see the lives of others. So therefore, what? Rud, Vak, Vapubhir. Rud means with heart. Vak means with Vani, and Vapu with the body. So what he does, Rud, Vak, Vipubhir, Viditam Namaste, with his heart, he is completely happy with whatever Krishna is doing with him. It may sound that we are helpless, and in fact, we are helpless. We are helpless in this material world. What we can do in this material world. Everything is controlled by Krishna. So better to go with the plan of Krishna. And what is the plan of Krishna? The plan of Krishna is to make you suffer in this world. Make you suffer in this world. The more you suffer, more you come to Krishna. That is the plan of Krishna. It is hard to accept that, but that's a fact. It is hard to accept, but that's a fact. So when we are actually in the miseries, we will not be able to understand this philosophy. But when we are sober, when we are kind of little happy, not distracted, we should try to understand philosophy and make our mind or make our intelligence and make our consciousness fixed in Krishna. So when we get all these things in our life, misery which are going to come 100%, that time, that knowledge, that experience, that blessings of Vaishnavas and Guru and Krishna will come to our help. And if when we are happy, thinking that I am the happy person, I acquired this happiness, I am this, I worked for my happiness and try to enjoy that happiness, you are losing a chance given by Krishna to get his blessings, get the knowledge, become fixed in his intelligence, and prepare yourself for the miseries coming in your life. And that is what devotee is. The demons Asuras, they become envious because first thing is they try to acquire so many things in an adharmic way, irreligious way, and they try to enjoy the sense gratification, and they are not able to enjoy, and therefore they become envious of the Lord. They become envious to the extent they say that I will kill the Lord. That is what is happening with Hiranyakashipu. So in today's context, we can see so many modern scientists, why they deny God? Because, or modern people, why they deny God? Because they get this power, I become so big by my power. What did Krishna do to me? So they become so envious of God. And they try to use the same knowledge against the Lord. But in fact, they are using the same knowledge against themselves. And they are getting ruined. Their life is getting ruined by using the knowledge given by Krishna for their own sense gratification. And they get completely distracted. So this is what devotees there. Rutvag Vipubhur Viditam Namaste. He completely surrenders to Krishna and he accepts. He accepts everything that is coming. And he thanks Krishna for that. He thanks Krishna for that. Just like I can give you one example. One of my friend, I also had the same experience, but the example was given by him. So I could relate to that example. Just like, in the olden days when I was a kid, probably about 12 or 15, I was bitten by a dog, and my whole kind of below the part of a knee, it was ripped, because the dog bite and he pulled my skin and he bite. So immediately my father took me to the doctor. And as you know, in olden days, they used to give 14 injections, 14. So it was horrible, It was not my fault, that dog bite me, but the fact I have to accept the dog has bitten me. I cannot go and do anything with the dog. I cannot go and beat him or even kill him. Even if I kill him, still I have a pain and I have to save myself. So why I should think whatever happens with the dog? First, I have to think about myself. So when you go to the doctor, so you're not thinking about, oh, I will take care of the dog, I will kill him. Even if you're doing it, what is the point? So our thing is like that. We get involved in resolving the things happening and forgetting, coming to the today and working on the problems today and forgetting whatever happened, what we cannot change. This thing cannot change. The dog bite me. I cannot change it. Now I have to work on what I can do. So there are 14 injections standing in front of me now. 14 days, and they are in the stomach. Previously they used to have a long syringe, and the needle was like almost like 4 to 6 inches, and they put it in your stomach. It's very painful. 14 injections like that. Now 14 injections are there. First day, I'm so scared. I'm like 12, 14, 15-year-old boy. I'm so scared. But if I don't do that, I will die. So this misery is better than the misery of the death. So I accepted it. The first one, it was very painful. But when I came out, I was happy. What was my happiness? One is less. One is less. The second day I went, fear is there. But again I come out, 2 are done. Now only 12 are left. And again I go for third. I said, oh, 3 are done. Only 12 are, only 10 or 11 are left. So it goes like that. Even the last one is also painful. And it is more painful because you already know the painful of other 13 injections you have had. So it's more painful. The more you taking the injections, more you remember the previous pain. So it is more painful. But still in that pain, there is one happiness. What was that happiness? One less, one less, one less. So similarly, all the miseries happening in our life, they are like that injection. We should count that they are going and bringing me close to the freedom of this material world. So all the 14 injections that I got was because of dog's bite. The 14 injections are miserable, but in that misery, there is a happiness that it is getting over. So devotees understand tattenu kampam susimikshimano. This is the verse. They understand this is my karma and this is my mind, and this is the things which are not under my control. Now, what is under my control is how I can take the situation now and continue in my life and go close to Krishna than try to arrange in this world and, forget Krishna. So two choices are there. The Asura choices, they become envious of Krishna. They think, why Krishna is coming in my way of sense gratification. The devotees, they think, yes, Krishna, you have given me all this opulence, even if you have given, I will use it in your service so that I don't have to get bound by karma. And if you have not given anything, what do I need? I just need some food, place to sleep. That's it. What do I need in this world? All other problems are temporary. All other problems are temporary. All the things happening, no matter what bad things are happening in your life, they are all temporary. They are all temporary. See, just in the whole creation, what is the span of our life? Maximum 100 years. Maximum 100 years. So how many difficulties are we ever going to face? But one life, if you just accept it to finish up the cycle, like 14 injections, and be happy that your karmas are not, you do whatever you have to do. Sometimes you have to take, legal actions, you have to take certain medicines, you have to do some things, but that is just a material thing. Our faith should not be shaken. Our activities, service towards Krishna should not be shaken. Our faith, in Krishna should not be shaken in any circumstances, no matter. Because Krishna has already told us, the Dukhalayam, this is going to be miserable. So that is what devotees are fixed. They don't become envious of Krishna. They don't become, angry on Krishna. Why Krishna is doing this to me? In fact, devotees, they take it as Krishna's mercy and they thank Krishna. But the demons, they become more and more envious. So because that is why it is called demons mentality, which Krishna explains nicely in the 16th chapter. What they are thinking. You see, aneka chitta vibhranta, mohajala samavruta. They are perplexed by various anxieties. What are these anxieties? That they are not getting the sense gratification what they want, because even if they get it, it is temporary. So that's why in this material world, those who are on bodily platform, they will be always in anxiety. And what is that? Mohajala samavruta. What is that? What happens with that? They are bound by a network of illusion. So asuras, these people, those who are not devotees, they are always bound by illusion. One illusion to another illusion, one illusion to another illusion. The things are changing, but they are still in illusion. Illusion is kind of a maya, that which is not. So there is the so they come out of one illusion, immediately they enter into another illusion, immediately enter another illusion. So just imagine, you see, they think, okay, now this thing is bad for me, now I will do other things. Now they try to finish that, doesn't happen. They go to another, they go to all, and the whole life is in illusion. And what is that illusion? I will be happy someday. I will be happy someday. I will be happy someday. Now I have to suffer. I have to work hard. This is an illusion that I will be happy someday. So therefore, non-devotees, asuras, are always disturbed because they have so many expectations in this world. So my father taught me this as a basic thing in my life when I was a kid. What did he say? He said in Marathi, if you have any asha in your life, you will be always nirash. That means if you have some expectations in your life, to enjoy in this world, you will be always disturbed, always in anxiety. He said, don't keep any asha, for your sense gratification, for your indriya trupti. You do it. You can keep asha, desire, for serving others. Now, this is the highest principle, serving Krishna. And in that principle, we serve everybody. So whoever has that desire to enjoy in this world is bound to get frustrated, no matter what you do. And you can see everybody, Krishna has left something less in everybody's life, something less. Nobody, the last week I was in for preaching. I had gone for a tour, and in that, one house, it's a big beautiful bungalow, beautiful everything. But I felt so miserable there because I saw their son is completely, he do not have any sense. He's like completely, I don't know, it is mental or whatever that is. He has so many problems, health issues and everything. I was thinking, such a big house, people walking on the road must be thinking, what a happy person is this. But inside, if you see that, this is what you see, many rich people, they have so many problems in their life. Poor people have the same problem in their life. They're staying in small hut and these people are staying in rich. So what is that shows? Whether you stay in a small house, whether you are saying, then whether you are married, you have another life. If you are not married, you have another problem. If you have kids, you have one problem. You don't have kids, another problem. So no matter what, any situation in this world is a problem. So why not work out for eternal problem and keep that as the goal of life, and they then go back home, back to Godhead where there is no problem, Vaikuntha. So that is what the demons cannot understand. That's why they are always in illusion that I will get some happiness. And then what happened? Krishna says in another sloka, Asurim yonim apannam gudam janmani janmani. They attaining the repeated birth among the species of demonic life. What they do, that such persons can never approach me. Krishna says they will never approach me because they are interested to stay in this material world. So Krishna says they will never approach me. And they get down, they become envious of me. Krishna says they become envious of me. So this is the demonic mentality. Now, there is always going to be, now see the other side, Prahlad. Other side is Prahlad. Now, the Hiranyakashipu put it so many austerities, still is an anxiety. What is his anxiety? Because in his own house, his own son, he became a devotee of his enemy. So is that a good situation? Is that a good situation? It's not a good situation, but nothing is in the hands of Krishna. There is nothing in the hands of Krishna. So therefore, okay. So what is happening here? So Prahlad Maharaj, he got this knowledge when he was in the womb of Kayadu, Hiranyakashipu's wife, and Narad Muni, he gave all this knowledge to him. And he, from his childhood, he became a devotee of Krishna, devotee of Vishnu. And his faith, what he had nothing. His father had a palace, but what was Prahlad's? Prahlad's had nothing. In fact, he was tortured. He was tortured. Now tell me, if any devotee, because he chants Hare Krishna mantra, is tortured like Prahlad Maharaj? Give me one example. Tortured like Prahlad Maharaj. Is anyone who is chanting put into a boiling oil? Who is anyone chanting Hare Krishna is thrown from the cliff? Is anyone who is chanting Hare Krishna is kept in the cycle, in the circle of all these snakes and everything? Is anybody given at the feet of elephant? None of these things happen. So whatever things happening in our life, they are nothing compared to Prahlad Maharaj. And in all these circumstances, even though they were happening, he was not distracted because he knew the nature of this world. He knew the nature of his father. So he accepted this is what it's going to be. It's not going to change. I have to fix my consciousness. I cannot change the circumstances. I'm born in demon's house. I have all these sufferings on me. I have to just accept it and find a way. And what is the find a way? Very simple. Just remember Krishna and pray that please, protect me. And Krishna knows how to protect. If Krishna, Prahlad Maharaj said, protect me, doesn't mean that the oil became, cold or something. Doesn't mean, everything started happening the way Prahlad Maharaj wanted. No, he was still suffering the pangs of material nature. But that inner strength to face the situation was coming from the knowledge, was coming from the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. So that is what Hare Krishna mantra. Therefore, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, why bhakti is a secret, is a rahasya. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, idam tu te guhyataram guhyat guhyataram maya. He said, Arjuna, I have told you all the secrets and secrets of the secrets in Bhagavad Gita. Now, third time he said, Idam te, I'm telling you secret of all the secrets which I already told, which are more secrets. So what is the secret? Manmana bhava mad bhakto. Become my devotee. And that's the secret. What is bhakta? Means completely depending of whatever Krishna, my life is in your hand, do whatever you want. That is Krishna consciousness. And that is surrender. So under the guidance of spiritual master, under the guidance of the scriptures and in the association of Vaishnava, we try to build this faith within our heart, within our mind, by intelligence, so that these things come. We are ready to fight this situation. That's why when we are normally in life, we should try to read scripture as much as I can and chant rounds as much as I can, associate with devotees as much as we can, serve the deities as much as we can. So therefore, the knowledge, the intellect, and everything becomes useful at the time of at the time of miseries that we are facing in this material world. That is the reason, Krishna consciousness, we should, okay, I know the philosophy now, I can use it, whenever I'm in danger. That's not going to happen. What happens at that time? You blame God. Why God this to me? Why God this to me? I'm doing so much for God, why God is doing this to me? Actually, God is not doing that to you. In fact, God loves you, That's another day, my friend sent me one nice video about one beggar, he's singing outside and he's singing nice bhajan. And, that the Mataji, she wants to give some rotis to that beggar, she's very kind of a very kind, very concerned, and also very devotional. And she's rolling the chapatis and everything. And she wants to give that chapati to the person, outside, who is kind of a beggar begging, but he's singing beautiful bhajans of Krishna. And she's rolling the chapatis, and her husband comes and he says, why you're not giving the chapatis? He's waiting there. You give him every day. He's waiting today. And that wife says, if I give him chapati, he will stop singing and glorifying Krishna, which I want to hear. And then he'll be gone. I will not be able to hear the songs he's singing. He's singing so beautiful. So let him sing. I'm enjoying his singing. And I will give him the roti, whenever he's done, I will give him. So exactly the same way, the God, he's even though if we go like a beggar, if we are glorifying Krishna, Krishna is listening, he's giving his krupa. He's holding his krupa so that he can give one at one time, just like the beggar, the Mataji who was cooking, she wanted to give it, but she was collecting collecting that krupa so that she can give it to him at one time, So that is God, if he don't give you right now everything, but he sees that you are engaged in his bhajan, you are engaged in his chanting, you are engaged in his service, you are engaged in remembering him in throughout the difficulties, and that is what we are depositing in the bhakti, and that is what is coming to help at the time of death. So death is the most miserable part of our life, and all the things happening in our life, whatever they are happening, all the bad things apparently, they are just to prepare you slowly, and get the mercy of Krishna and ready to get old age, disease, and death, final things. So when we are young, that's why Prahlad Maharaj says, Kaumaram Acharat Pranyo Dharman Bhagavatanya. Why? Because young, your body is fresh, you're strong, your intellect is strong. Acquire this knowledge. Do as much as you can as a devotional service. So when you are not able to do anything, Krishna knows that you have done so much for him, and he gives you the rotis, which you have already kripa, he has already collected for all of you. When you need it, when you need it, and he definitely will give. So that's the faith devotee have, But the demons, they don't have that faith. The demons are, why you are not giving me right away? Even if you get right away, they are not happy. Okay, I enjoy this will, again I will come back for that. If you, and then again they'll blame God. If something bad happens, they'll blame God. So the devotees, what he should do under all circumstances, and understanding miseries are going to come. Everybody will have those miseries in different way. Everybody don't get the miseries in the same way, And Krishna always gives the miseries to the extent we can handle them. Krishna do not give anything that we cannot handle. He knows the capacity. Just like in a gym, when you go to the gym, the weightlifter, the teacher gives you a weight, and how does he give you the weight? Which you can handle. And for that also, he has a helping hand. So similarly, in our life, whatever problems we are facing, or whatever difficulties are coming in our life, and Krishna, that's like a weightlifting, but there is a help of Krishna. What is that? He is keeping our faith intact in him. There are so many devotees I know. Krishna has put them in so much misery, but so they think that the Krishna is showing us the face of this material nature. Face of this material nature. In fact, Parikshit Maharaj, you can see that he didn't see death as a death. He saw death as a mercy of the Lord. And what did he do? He read Bhagavatam. And therefore, he was not affected at all. He was not affected at all. So we have to decide how to take the effects of material nature as a asura or sura. If you take it as a asura, you will become envious. Just like Hiranyakashipu, nothing had happened to him, but he is envious because something happened to his brother. So that's why he is envious of Vishnu. So in the material world, people are envious because I am not getting anything I want from God. So they become envious, they deny. In fact, they want to kill God. Means there is no God. There is no God. Because if there is God, why I am suffering? But God is not cause of our suffering. Actually, he has told that there is a suffering. That's why he is giving you suffering. So we have to accept this fact. And as I said, if you expect anything in this world other than misery, you are in a wrong place. You are in a wrong consciousness. Just like if you go to a desert, and if you say, why there is a sand everywhere, you have to understand you are in the desert. If you go into the deep ocean and say, why there is water everywhere? Because you are in the ocean. So you cannot change it. You have to come out of it. Then only you will not be in the desert or you will not be in the water. So similarly, in this material, why there are so many problems to me? Because you are in the material world. It is surprising if you don't get any problem. It is not surprising that you are getting problem. It is surprising if we are not having any problem. And what life is there? 40, 50, 60 years we have to live here. Till 20 years we have kids. We don't know what is happening and what is not happening. So probably you live like 80, 90 years. So 60, 70 years of suffering in this world is worth to get the mercy of Krishna. It's worth, and that is what the devotee is. We hope that we don't get, all these things we don't get. But if it comes, what we should do, So that is what I was thinking of telling you. There is a beautiful, this is now devotee consciousness. This is devotee consciousness. There is a wonderful devotee, his name is Tukaram. You might have many people, those who are Maharashtra. It's one of their, very beloved saint. So he is see now, Tukaram was a very, very rich person in the whole around the locality. He had 70,000 gold coins he used to earn in 1 year. That was his income 400 years ago, which is like today's Ambani's, and in a village called Dehu. But what was his business? He was lending money and he had a grocery shop. So this much income was there. But what was his heart? His heart was always thinking about Krishna, serving Vaishnavas, serving Brahmanas, sing the glory of Krishna and everything. He was not attached. Hare Krishna. Is everything okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So his heart was with Krishna. He had all the money, all the prestige. People will respect him. And he was kind of a leader of the community. And thousands of people will come and visit his house because he has Vitthal Rukmini, like Krishna Rukmini. And so, he was so benevolent. He will give lot of charity, help to Brahmanas, and serve all these saints came to his house. So just such a, completely happy life. He had a good wife, he had nice two brothers, and his parents were very devotional. They were saints, such a nice life going on. But in 3 years, he lost everything because of drought. There was no rain. So 3 years, he lost everything. In the 3rd year, practically he didn't have food to eat. This was his situation in 3 years. His one wife, she got sick of pneumonia and died. His father died. His mother died. His one son also died. He lost his business completely. Now, just imagine how much he has to blame God. How much he has to blame God. But see his consciousness. Hope these things will not happen to us at the same time in 3 years. But this is what we learn from the living saints. This is what we learn from Mahabharata. This is what we learn from Bhagavatam. This is what we learn from Ramayana. This is what we learn from all these saintly people. How to live our life in tune with Krishna's will, in tune with Krishna's instruction in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. And Krishna puts the devotee in that miserable conditions so that we can derive faith from their life. Now, so Tukaram has lost everything, So now what is he praying to Krishna? Said, Bare zhale deva nigale diwale. It is in Marathi, but I will translate it in English. Right? Thank Krishna that I lost all my business. Can you imagine any businessman will say that? But he is saying that. Thank God I lost my business. Barej ya dushkale pida keli. It is good that I was completely, completely became miserable, completely became ruined, completely I lost all my business. It is because of these droughts. I thank for this drought. Anutape tuje rahile chintana zala ha vaman samsara. It said, Anutape, I became frustrated in this world. And what happened? Tuje rahile chintana, I became attracted to your glory, chanting the holy name more and more and more. And what happened? Zalaha vamana samsara. That means the whole word becomes like a vomit. Birds became like a throwing up. I didn't become attracted to it. I just thought it is like a whatever is going. It's like a vomit, which is going. Bad things going from out of my stomach, and I can get the chintan. He says, Bare zhale deva bail karkasha. He's saying that it is good that my wife is karkasha, means she is very annoying. It is good. Bare he durdasha janamaji, that she will criticize, chastise, Tukaram in front of all the people. And that's why he's saying that my wife, Bari zhali, that is good that Krishna, you gave me this annoying, what is that called? Nagging wife. So all the time she's blaming him. Why you go to Krishna? Why you chant Krishna whole day? Like that. So nagging wife, So Krishna is saying, Tukaram is saying, better you give me nagging wife, So, and she did all the insults in the world. Said, Bare zhale jagi paulo apamana. It is good that I was always inserted in this word. Bare gele rana dhore gure. It is good that I lost all my land, all my, cows and buffaloes and all my things. It is good that I lost everything. Bare zhale nahi dhari lokalaja. It is good that I didn't keep any attachment with this material world. Bara zalo tuja sharan alo deva. It is good that I surrender unto you. My life is surrender unto you. Bare zhale tuje kele devaila leki baile upekshili. It is good that I surrendered myself to you, so that my wife and my kids, they rejected me and I took shelter of you. Tuka mane bare vrata ekadashi. He said, it is good that I practice the vrata of ekadashi and I always think of you. This is only left. And in this similar way, another time he writes that Baap mela na karta. My father died even though I was a small. Nauti samsarachi chinta. That time I was not much had responsibility of this, in the family. विठो तुझे माझे राज्य नाही दुसऱ्याचे कार्य. See, only me and you are there. I don't want any third person in my life. It is me and you. I don't want anybody. Bail meli mukta zali. He said, my wife died. That is his first wife, he died. He says, Bail meli mukta zali. Can imagine any husband saying that about his wife? It is good that my wife died, but he is saying, the Deve Maya Sodavili. Krishna made me free from my illusion. Krishna made free from my illusion. Poor mele bare zale. He said, it is good that my son died. It is good, Deve Maya virahita kele. So it is good that Krishna freed me from attachment and illusion. Maya meli maza dekata. My mother died in front of me. Ek mane atuka mane harli chinta. Now I have no anxiety of this world. It is only me and you. And in fact, the only realities in world is me and you. That is Krishna. Everything is else going to change. So we have to arrange everything in our life in accordance with how I can tune Surah. So all these practice, as I was giving my friend's example, my relative's example, who is a singer, all this life is a rehearsal to sing in tune with Krishna in the spiritual world. So let us try. In this world, like, in the rehearsal, so many problems are there. They are not tuned in, but ultimately they come to the practice and become perfect. And when we go to the spiritual world, everything is tuned in the service of Krishna, and we will be in this company of people, those who have only one desire, and that is to serve Krishna. Here, everybody don't have that desire. So we are with untuned people, so we have to tolerate that, keeping our mind fixed and keeping our intelligence fixed. No matter what happens, no matter what happens, I have to keep my mind, intelligence, fixed in chanting the name of Krishna and following the, dharma and following the saintly people and go back home, back to God. That should be our goal of life, not to become envious because God is not giving what we want. So I think I went a little bit over, but if there is time left, you can ask questions. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for this very, very wonderful class. It was really very practical. So many examples you gave for the asuras from the music and from practical difficulties devotees have and how fixed they are in their consciousness. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for all these examples, thought-provoking examples. There are a few hand raises, Prabhuji. First, I request Sukata Krishna Prabhu, you can ask your question.
Thank you, Bhagavati Mataji. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vrindavan Prabhu. So wonderful. Hare Krishna. Dandavad Pranam, Prabhu.
Hari Bol, Hari
As
Bol.
usual, your class was so nice, wonderful.
Hare Krishna.
Tulsi Das one, Chan hai. Mumbai cha manas hai. It was so wonderful, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
And also Radhanath Maharaj, I love him so much. I respect him so much. He's my chacha because I am Japtak Maharaj disciple. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
we're one.
Mumbai cha manas hai. Jai Maharashtra.
Jai Maharashtra. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Dandavad
Krishna.
Pranam.
Thank you. Nice seeing you. I saw you last time also.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
Prabhu.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
I'll meet you in Chowpatty Temple. If you come to Bombay, I'll meet you if you are there.
Oh, okay. You are there in Chowpatty?
No, if I come, I'll meet you. I'm in Chennai.
Oh, I'm not in Chowpatty. I stay in Pune, but I come. Where are you in US?
No, I'm from Chennai only. I was in
you're
Dubai.
in
I'm in Chennai.
Oh, okay.
My auditors, retired auditors.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yes. Yes, Mataji. Anybody else has some questions?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Next, I request Parima Mataji, you can ask your question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very, very, very wonderful class, Prabhuji. It gives every devotee a lot of strength by hearing this class. And, it kind of makes us more determined to be in bhakti. Prabhuji, I have one request. Can you please share this Abhanga? It was so wonderful. Tukaram Maharaj Abhanga.
Tukaram Abhanga?
Yes, please share it in the group or send it to someone, the coordinator who can share it.
See, is Mataji is on the show. I mean, is she there? I mean,
Shamagori Mataji, Vinita Gandha.
yeah, Shamagori Mataji.
No,
Yes,
no.
Prabhuji. But
This
you
is-
can,
Yeah,
you can
this is
send, you can send
these
one
are-
of us, Prabhuji.
yeah, these
I
are
can,
the Abhangas which are in my book called Santa Tukaram. It's in Marathi.
Yeah.
And it's also available in English. But if you know Marathi, that is the best.
Prabhuji, I know Marathi. Yeah, I know Marathi, Prabhuji. I know Marathi. I'm from Maharashtra.
Yeah,
Kaise
okay.
kai bara?
So if you go to, if you have Marathi Santa Tukaram book,
I don't have the book though, but I really want some abhangas if you can share
yeah,
it.
Please
Prabhuji.
send it, Prabhu.
I don't know how to share because I'm not conversant with all the technology. I can share you, but they're in my book, Or if you have a Tukaram Gatha, I will tell you how they begin and you can get them.
Prabhu, send it to Shamagori Mataji. She can send to all the group. You can send to Shamagori Mataji.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Prabhu.
much.
Thank you for your wonderful service. Dandavat pranams.
Well, I
Hare
hope
Krishna.
I'm pleasing all of you so that I get strength to
Jai ho, Vrindavan Prabhu ki jai ho.
to experience what I'm talking, Thank you so much. It's always pleasure to serve all of you. I wait for the opportunity.
You took us to Vrindavan in this class. You took us to Vrindavan.
I don't know. I took you to all the miseries of this world and how to face them. So you are always in Vrindavan Bhav.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Next, I request Vinita Gandarika Mataji, you can ask a question.
Hare
Jai
Krishna,
ho.
Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for a beautiful class, Prabhuji. And today your microphone was very nice. I mean, last time when you came, we were not able to hear your class. But today class was very perfect and it's loud and clear. We were able to hear nicely, Prabhu. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say thank you. And the volume was really good. Last time I felt very bad. You were speaking so nicely, but we were not able to hear it clearly. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. All goes to Prabhupada.
Thank you, Mataji. Next, I request Ragini Mataji, you can ask a question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
I
Please accept my
wish
humble
those
obeisances.
who are asking questions, they should come on screen, but I don't know. It's like impersonal, First thing is I have to give class like I'm giving class to a computer,
Okay. Can you see me?
Yes,
Hare
I can.
Krishna,
See.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
All glories.
Actually, it was such a good class, and I felt it was really much needed for me at this time because even I'm going through struggles and all, and then this one was like impacting. So I should remember a few key points from here and then take them forward. So,
Yes.
Prabhu, I have a doubt. Like, it is noticed that while we do our sadhana, deep in our hearts, we do feel proud of the knowledge that we have, like the very little knowledge that we have. Oh, I know this, I know that. And whenever we see, like, maybe a devotee who just started devotion, although he or she may be like older to us in age, and we've already been in the process, we've been in the process for a while longer than them. So how to avoid such feelings of like, oh, I know better than them?
Yeah. So
That kind
one
of
thing is in my life, I learned that never compare with others. Never compare with others. And whatever you have got, always pray that Krishna is being merciful to you and Krishna is giving you whatever you need, and then you don't become proud, But that's just like a beggar. If he is not proud of anything he gets because he knows he's a beggar, If he starts becoming proud and then, the thing is he'll not be able to beg next day. Correct. So if a beggar becomes proud of his penny, then next day he will sit only with one penny. He will not be able to beg. So the devotees is what we get, Krishna is giving us. But if we want more mercy, then we should not be proud of what we have. If the beggar become proud of what he has, then he will not be able to beg next day. So if we become proud of what Krishna has given to us, and sometimes it is more than anybody else, if he has given more than anybody else, we should understand that is to give it to all that, whatever Krishna has given us, to give it to others. I use it. If it is more, give it to others. But just like beggar don't become proud, we don't become proud of our knowledge, because knowledge is not ours. Knowledge is not ours. Knowledge is coming from Krishna. Right? Knowledge is coming from Krishna. There is nothing to be proud of anything in this world, because nothing belongs to us. So if you are becoming proud, immediately you pray to Krishna that, Krishna, please, I'm getting proud of my everything what I have, please keep me humble. And Krishna will find a way, and that you should be ready to become humble. So Krishna has many ways to make everybody humble. So
well, that is required. That is required. I
yes.
just don't want to feel proud. And like when in case there's a devotee feel proud of like that, and
Yeah.
sorry, so we feel proud of the knowledge that we have. So is it like an offense to a Vaishnava? Is that a Vaishnava aparadh?
I didn't get the first part of your question.
Like, for example, if the senior person, he's a devotee in just starting devotion, still if we feel proud of the knowledge that we have and we go like, he doesn't know much, then is that a Vaishnava aparadh?
Yeah, that's why I said never compare. Never compare. Never compare anybody. If you are getting inspiration from one person, take the inspiration. And if somebody is doing any mistakes or anything, don't compare. That's what his level. That's what he is. And what you can do, you cannot do anything. He has to do something for it. So why we are getting disturbed? I will focus on wherever I am getting inspiration, even if he is a one day devotee or very senior devotee. My focus is getting what I want. Just like it seems that you are a student, right? So who you associate with? You don't associate with the people, those who are failing or those who are wasting time, movies and parties and all these things. Who you look for? You look for people, those who are studious, those who are hardworking, those who are practicing everything every day to reach their goal, right? But you don't associate and you don't compare also. They are, we just know that we cannot associate with them, but have respect. It will take some time to for them. Or maybe they will come in devotion and they will go beyond you. We don't know. I have seen many devotees, they came after me and they are now, gurus. I'm happy for them, but I'm saying, so this is what happens. So don't compare. Deal with whatever you have. Don't judge anybody, don't compare anybody, and do not take any sides. These are the three things you have to understand. And that will keep you humble, and that will keep you in proper way, in a proper path. Okay? Don't compare, because you cannot do anything. First thing, you can compare with others or those who are, my father taught me when I was small, when you are on a ladder, if you want to advance, look up, correct? And if you look down, I'm better than the person who is down, then you will not climb again. So look, if you want to go ahead, look up. Don't look down, because that will always make you proud. I'm better than all these people. Right? But if you look up, hey, I have so much to go and I'm nothing. So if you look at so many wonderful devotees, then you become humble and you try to become more and more and more absorbed. But if you look up, oh, this person, he don't even chant. I'm at least chanting 16 rounds, but chant look at the person who is chanting with focus. Then you can understand, oh, I don't have any focus in my life. Understand? So that is the way you advance. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. So like if there is anyone, be it like on any level, just take the good in them and then take that as inspiration and like go ahead. They're making mistakes. Can we like take it indirectly that, oh, this is what I should not do? They're teaching me indirectly like that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for that wonderful question. Next, I request Vrishabhanavi Mataji, you can ask your question.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
As you said, Prabhuji, for Tukaram Maharaj, ka बरं झालं बायको गेली, बरं झालं Prabhuji, in this, like where we are living and where we are in this yoga now, when we say in like even we try to avoid a little bit, the same thing, right? The family is keep going. Then they say, oh, you're not taking a responsibility of the family. You are keep doing your services. So this is not good. That is not good. Even though we do services, they say, you're not looking at the family. We look at the family. Then they say, you don't do any bhakti. So Prabhuji is like, and our mind goes both the way, right? So I don't know how Tukaram Maharaj was saying बरं झालं, but it's very hard to even to say काही
Yes.
करायचं नाही करून मला.
That's why he's Tukaram Maharaj, you know.
Right.
Okay. So what we do in this world, we try best to serve our relatives, you know, father, mother, husband, wife, children's, you know, but our thing is focused on Krishna. Correct? You show your love for them, you know, and they will see Krishna's love through you. You know, he said, if you are good to them, do normal, you know, be with your kids like a normal, be with your husband like a normal, with your parents like a normal. In fact, so much good that they will start appreciating, and appreciating you is their beginning of devotional service. You know, so, and what you know, other than 2 hours of chanting and 1 hour of reading Prabhupada book, you know, all the time you have is for your family, you know. So all the time, it is not that you're sitting like Haridas Thakur, 22 hours chanting Hare Krishna, or like Tukaram, you know, he's so busy now preaching and everything. Tukaram is Tukaram, you know, we cannot, that's why I said, you cannot compare any acharyas to our life. But we can take inspiration and learn from their life. Because what to do in what situations come, correct? So we should be ready for all these situations, you know. So that is why we hear these examples when we are in good consciousness, good standing, in good health, so that we can apply them when we are, everything is against us. Everything and everybody is against us. So when we acquire this knowledge and example, so that we are prepared, and it is 100% sure that you are going to get miserable. 100%. Right? It is not 1% or 2%. So these mood of Tukaram, you know, now he is saying bare dhale. He is not telling people, he is telling Krishna. Understand that. He wrote these abhangas not to tell his relatives of his wife, you know, or relatives, his brother or his uncle, like that. He is thanking Krishna. Correct? The same prayer is done by Kunti, you know, at the, if you see Kunti's prayer, she's saying that, you know, please cut my relationship with all my relatives. Kunti is also praying the same way, you know. So that's what devotee is. And that relationship cut is, it's a spiritual thing, not on material platform, you know. It is not. You can be with the same people, but do not do what they want. Do not do what they say. Do what Krishna says. In a very loving and caring way. You know, that's the intelligence of a devotee in this material world. It is not that cut means you just go and fight with your wife, fight with your husband, you are Maya. No, not like that. You know, you have the knowledge and you do it as a soul. You know, you're not seeing your husband and wife as a person, as a soul. Your father and mother as a father and mother, as a soul. So you are seeing them not with your relation. You see them in relation with Krishna. Then all these things. So when Tukaram is saying cut this, or Kunti is saying cut the relation, that means with a knowledge, you know, knowledge, cut this, better you cut this, and I'm seeing them, everybody in your connection. Understand? So
Yes.
that is the inner meaning of it. It is not that cut my relation, it is good my wife died. No, you know, it is not that. But the relation is with Krishna. And in relation with Krishna, he's saying.
Okay, Prabhuji. आता कळलं.
Devotee is looking through the eyes of Krishna. He's not looking through his eyes. So looking through the eyes of scriptures. Okay. And of course, we cannot imitate Tukaram, Raghunath Das Goswami, Haridas Thakur. You know, they are just inspiration to practice in our life. And wherever the problems, wherever the situation come, apply that inspiration in our life and go ahead in Krishna consciousness. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. आता कळालं मला.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Hare Bol. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for that wonderful question. There are no hand raises, Prabhuji. Let me see if there are any chat questions. Yes, Prabhu. Shivani Mataji says. Yeah, you have no
Are
time.
there questions in the chat? Because I don't
Only
see.
one question, Prabhu. I will read it. Yeah. Yeah.
Last
What
one?
mood we should be? Yes. Last question. What
Yeah.
mood we should be in the time of distress and when trouble comes in our life? Very, very happy and grateful to your Prabhuji.
Okay. What should be in our mood? You see, our mood is, suppose if you got a cancer, I will take the worst example. So our mood is, we go to doctor, take a treatment and everything, but our mood is, this is material world. This is going to happen anyway. So internally, I should focus more on spiritual life, chanting more and take it. Okay. I don't know what is going to happen. Better I take my life seriously and chant Hare Krishna and be happy. And materially, take the medicine, do whatever you have to do. Okay. So that is material level. It is not that if you are taking medicine, you are not depending on Krishna. Because medicine is also Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Aushadim, he is the medicine. And doctor's intelligence is also Krishna. Correct? So if you have to get better or anything, Krishna is using the other energies, the intelligence of doctor, instruments that are also coming from Krishna's nature. The medicine is also coming from Krishna. So if he wants you to get cured, Krishna will heal it through the medicine, the doctor, the intelligence, all the relatives, because Krishna is in everyone's heart and everything. But what should be your consciousness is, this is temporary. Even if I get better or doesn't get better, it is Krishna, you are showing me the real face of this world, that it is miserable. And you want me to focus on you. Maybe I was not focusing on you. That's why you have created this situation, so that I can focus myself. And you give me the strength to go through this. I have no strength. I have no strength to go through all these things. Now, please, you give me the shelter of your holy name. Give me the association of devotees. Make my mind focused at your lotus feet. Give me intelligence to understand prayers offered by Kunti or so many, Bhishma and Arjuna, so that those prayers, if you don't have any prayers, read the prayers of Gajendra, read the prayers of Queen Kunti, Bhishma Stuti, so many things are there in the scriptures. So that will give you the proper mood. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Very, 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 very thankful for your association, Prabhuji. Please give your association often. Let all of us pray our obeisances and respects to all the Vaishnavas and Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
Vasya
kripa
kripa
sindhuvaiva patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnava Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha.
Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam
Jai.
ki jai, Express Vrindavan Prabhuji ki jai.
Jai
Jai.
Ho Gauranga Nityananda
Gauranga.
Nityananda
Nanda.
Nityananda
Hari
जय
Bol.
श्री राधे श्याम सबको मिले वृंदावन धाम